live on YouTube, and we'll see who comes in over there. So we finally had another town hall today. It was exciting for that fact, but also kind of mellow. We know a lot of the updates that have been coming out. I think the biggest thing about the town hall was kind of Matt going over the proposals, giving his feelings on them. Um, this is gonna fail, and this looks like it's gonna pass, and that I think is the better of the two options. Even though I ended up voting yes on both. Where did you stand on these?
Are we live on YouTube for sure? Like for sure,
We
sure.
were yeah we are. We already got Bajangles in the crowd saying it's the Bajangles and Steve show. So
Yeah, baby.
he's already throwing that up there. So we are definitely live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch, and
Well, okay. So I voted no for the first one and yes for the second one.
yeah, I
So
thought about doing that, but I'm like, I'm just gonna go down as somebody that's wanted to say goodbye to vouchers because I believe with Crypto Eater that they were hurting the value of DEC. And without a doubt, they were something Aggie brought in with this promise that we'd get access to all these cool things, and that's not how they were used. Instead, they were just used as a discount token for everything they sold. That is silly because that's not special access, it's just discounting things. And then the truth behind all of it is basically they double priced everything else so they could give you half price off with vouchers just to give
well,
them some.
that's how discounts work. But as a owner of notes, I bought them with the promise of getting cool stuff for them. So yeah, while I I agree that being discounts is not very good for the ecosystem, it turned out I still need exclusive access to things will be something that is justified, not only for note holders, but also for people that have invested in SPS and are staking it and are getting vouchers for that. So that's
Yeah,
how
I understand that.
feel. I feel it should be exclusive stuff. And I think that should have been the idea all along. So the second proposal makes a lot of sense to me. But the first, I don't want to say goodbye to the vouchers because I mean, yeah, I feel like um, support of the company should count, and staking SPS and getting notes at the time was something like that to support. So yeah, I do want to get some exclusive stuff for that. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm okay.
over on Twitch, Ink is throwing out vouchers are an unnecessary hurdle, and I think that's right. I think it hurt new players the most, and new people into the ecosystem not understanding where these amazing discount coupons were for everything, if they didn't dig deep enough into it. So
Well, but we agree that being used as discounts is something that we can easily let go. I'm just talking about getting something like still getting vouchers, be it so bound once. So it's like, yeah, if you get enough vouchers, you get to choose cool stuff with them. If not, well, I mean, maybe buy some SPS and stake it, and then you'll get vouchers.
okay, no, it's working. It's working. We got our first trolley comment. Trolley comments are always
Good.
fun from Jason Jenkins.
Yeah,
Splinterlands is now the Titanic, and you both will you both be Rose and Jack?
I'm okay with big rows. That's okay. I have,
Dude, I'm not going to be Rose or Jack because Rose kills Jack by not making room on the boat. That was proven in
it's
MythBusters.
okay. Oh,
MythBusters proved they could have both floated, but if you haven't seen that, then you don't know. But I'll be the violin man, the band, right? I don't care when it goes away. Oh well, because I joined this early on. I got in pre whatever. I'm a long time ago. I took out my initial investment. I know that's an unfair place compared to all the people that are way down. It doesn't mean I don't support you guys. Look, I've been buying stuff. Look at me. 10 cards purchased, 2 cards purchased, 2 cards, 1 card, 5 cards, 2 cards, 1 cards, 5 cards,
yeah,
2 cards.
I haven't taken out my initial or later investment, but I mean, it's not like I invested that much really, and still my assets are worth more, maybe way more than what I invested. So, yeah, I'm fine with waiting it out. I have written off that money anyways. I still think the potential is great. So I might be wrong, but we shall see. I mean, people jump to conclusions very fast and leave, and we saw a lot of people leaving right before the explosion, and then they were crying. But yeah, that's how it is. Like sometimes it pays to be diamond hand, sometimes it doesn't, and you take your losses and move on. Not much you
Yeah,
can do.
really what I've been doing, I've been turning on more of my land, which probably seems counterproductive to most people. Um, but I've seen this really cheap DEC. I bought some more of it the other day, transferred it in. I've upped my stake. I've started to turn on my Badlands after the changes because now I can get that 10% bonus here. So this is some of the stuff I've been buying. If you come look at this plot, I think I have to hit.
Oh,
What do I have
big,
to do to see
big
the
show of
people?
time, but see, guys, somebody is buying, so things are not that gloomy and gloomy.
Uh, Here we
Somewhere
go.
else
I
is
have to hit
still
manage. So like
some.
I went and picked up somebody was selling these guys really cheap, so I bought all three of those. I bought some of these because even though these cards are only like aren't max level, they're still over 1,000 power. That's always what I kind of go for on my lands. I bought enough to do. I think it was this one right here. It's an easier way to show you what I've been buying because I've been putting it on land. I bought some of these guys. This is kind of bottom of the barrel for me, but the only reason I bought them was because I put them with this guy because somebody was selling this guy pretty cheap. So I picked up this Max Beta card. He has 6,000 power, so it kind of pushes up these ones to that. The goal is to always be somewhere around 10,000 power per land for me on staked cards. It's not the most ambitious goal in the world. It's lower end, but this is for common plots. I don't see any reason to put all kinds of wild, go too wild and out on those. And then I bought these guys that I'm about to put on a plot, but they're actually for a desert plot. So let's put them in really quick. This one should be relatively easy to find. Where is the one with? Oh, here they are. I bought 5 Jinchwalas. Oh wait, I
Good.
forgot. When you scroll down, you don't have to scroll down anymore, huh? So Jinchwala. This one's going to be a little bit under. Oops, I'm so bad. Why do I keep moving the mouse? Jinchwala. So maybe eventually to get it to that 10,000, I'll need to get it something else. So let's save changes. Of course, this stuff makes harvest happens, I think. Yeah, see, this one's pretty low. It's only in the 6,000s. So eventually maybe I'll up somebody. But these were just so cheap. So I bought them up.
Yeah, well, as I said, happy. I guess people in the chat are happy that somebody is buying. It's not everybody selling. So behind every seller, there is a buyer. Don't worry, guys.
And yeah, I'm glad
Unless,
I got
unless,
Jason to laugh
unless
when I
you
said
are.
I'd be the violin guy, just like chilling while it disappeared. And Bajingos is right. I'd be a little sad to see it go away because Splinterlands is a very unique idea. They were one of the first games to have this unique idea, and I don't want to see it fail.
Who's
That's
talking about it?
not
Who's
something
saying
that I
it
want
will
to see
fail, man?
happen.
Just because some troll said it doesn't mean it's happening. Like,
I know,
what
I
is?
know. One of the bright things in the town hall, even after everything Matt said, he did say that the game is still positioned pretty well to go into next year. And we're going to be making some interesting, hard decisions over the next, small amount of time. Had to get my DEC stake up, but there we go. I haven't been playing the game enough. I'm not going to lie. Once again, I'm having a pretty bad season. I'm only in Diamond 2. I know we still have a decent amount of days left, but I started this season in gold, One of the funny things about starting in gold that I forgot about is I got to pick on people for a couple days because I was using my max level cards
Not
against their
much
gold
picking in
cards.
that. Not much picking in modern. Let me tell you that.
Well, you know what? There's a little bit. Even if they have max level cards, you run into more players that don't have everything and have some stuff at like level 3 instead of level 4 on legendary. And those can make a difference and they just don't seem to have as good of lineups. Um Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like I've been winning more this season. Um what? Oh, that's wild. I only played a few games there. 29 out of 47. So like 29 and 18, but
Yeah.
only 29 matches. Not very impressive. I'm usually floating at a pretty high energy, so I need to start to play a little bit more. Without a doubt, I would like to see myself have more time, but guys, work's been super busy for me. We're doing these upgrades where I have to like work until like sometimes 6, 7, 8 at night. The one of the other days I was working till like 9 at night, and I go in every day at 8, so it's very frustrating. But it's when you work in tech and it's deployment time, you just got to suck it up and get through the deployment month. So next month I'll start to have more time. That's also why I haven't been making as many videos and stuff like that. And I've been trying to make sure I go to sleep because you also don't want to mess up deployments.
And that's why we didn't have a show last week.
Mm-hmm. That is why we did not have a show last week. Also, because it was like that week before the town hall, and even though there was some interesting stuff to talk about, we wouldn't have been able to have Matt's opinions or any of those other things that are going on. And congratulations on your Jotun buy and now Alpha Elemental Phoenix. There's people who are putting me to shame. I'm just buying I'm buying like the cheapest cards to put onto land that I can to get another plot going, and
Well, I
I'm
mean,
just
but
getting them going.
that makes sense. I mean, you're making smart buys. Why would you need to go for the most expensive? It's just like, yeah, every little bit helps, and yeah, you're a land baron now. I mean, I have like 3, 4 plots maximum turned on, so I'm not in a hurry until there is something worthy
Yeah. The
to
other thing
lock
I
up.
did, besides putting cards on land, if this log on button will work, apparently I broke Splinterlands. Oh, it's over here. So I run my little bot accounts in Wild, and since they are making it up to champion, I have bought them maxed out summoners. So they all have maxed out summoners now for Chaos Legion. This was more because they were starting to get higher level rewards cards, and I wanted them to be able to play them and be more competitive up here if they're going to be making it into champion by the end of the season. And I did increase their SPS stakes a little bit. So each account is up to 70,000. I haven't done that big SPS buy I wanted to do yet because I keep getting caught up buying my DEC, bringing it into the game, and then going, I'm gonna buy some of these cheap cards.
Mhm.
So I haven't quite done that yet. I do need to vote on the proposals, so I'll go ahead and make sure I vote yes on this one.
Does it even? I don't. I mean, I don't think it counts.
Oh, not the 70,000, but they have a little bit stake themselves,
Okay.
like 5,000. Well, it's a tiny bit.
Yeah. Your vote matters. All these advertisements on the radio.
Yeah. I mean, when I do
To
when
us,
I
to you
do
guys,
when I
vote
do
was
both accounts, it's like 10,000, right?
uh,
Oh
to
yeah, see,
us,
the
to
Fizz says
you
that's a 61% win rate. So I'm doing pretty good this season, but I'm also not playing that
I
much.
mean,
So
29 games, you cannot really
yeah, I
count
know,
that.
I know, I
Eight.
know. I'm not trying to flex all hard, hanging out in Diamond
No,
2.
no, no. It's
Okay.
not about flexing. It's not like not a data you can count on. It's like you might have had like some good streaks, and you might have had a good time where only people like what you were describing were online. Because yeah, I was jumping like between Goat 1 and Diamond 2. And in Goat, I have met some pretty solid teams. So And I'm
Oh,
still convinced that the game is full, the modern is full with bots and battle helpers.
yeah, you
So
know what? Sometimes I wonder if Modern has so many cheaters in it that they're not dropping the hammer down yet because it would hurt the player base so much. like,
oh, I don't know
like,
what it is, but
like,
yeah,
what if like 200 accounts got banned out of the maybe what like 1,000 accounts playing? You lose 20% of your player base.
yeah, I find it extremely annoying to play against optimized teams when I'm doing my human teams, like
Yeah, you do
with
see.
the
I
human
know
error.
there are a lot of optimized teams. Oh, I'm not on my account that you run into, and they're you see them, and you're just like, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, but at the same time, it's kind of a team that I know people just memorize and play a lot. Um, the one that I lost to, I don't know if it's in here, but when I lost to it, I was like, oh yeah, this one. But I mean, the Demon Shark
You lose.
team.
You didn't lose there.
But no, I didn't lose to it. But it was a Demon Shark team. Where is it? I know I had a nice win streak, and then I lost to a Demon Shark team. But in my, I did actually play a decent amount today. So, oh look, it's right here. There it is. So this one. But I feel like this team is just like people just play this team. I don't know if they'd have to be a bot to know Demon Shark, Flying Squid, Deep Lurker, Healer, Repair Guy, and this guy. But that's definitely a lineup that came up a lot when the bot was there. This card would sometimes be skyped out for a different one. And so
Yeah, but
this
it's
was
hard to
like this
memorize
was me
all
messing around with
the.
like
No, I would disagree with you here because I think it's hard to memorize all the optimal teams, and I've seen so many. It's like it's what they're just when they're playing with me, they're coming up with their optimal teams, like for the perfect mana cost scenario. Anyways, like it doesn't matter. Yeah, I played one season in Modern last season. Uh, I just decided that it's not worth it for the time being my nerves. So today I went back to Wild and I turned my bot back on. At least I'll be making some glint before the
the next
new
reward set.
floors coming. That
Yeah, that was one of the cool things
next,
we got to see. Since you led us into that, let me go see if I could
yeah, that's
find.
why I did it so we can transition to the town hall actually.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry. Well, we started on a little bit. Matt did talk about the proposals. Um, Obviously, he was kind of saying that like he would go for either of the voucher ones. Is how I kind of felt. Um, and I think he'd prefer that they just get turned into DECB and be gone. And they'll live with the other one. And also the other thing on the voucher one is that it the glint shop one is kind of interesting because I like the fact that Bojangles gave them the option of in the beginning to give them almost zero lift, put just selling an individual reward card for vouchers for the first couple items, but then leaving it open in the proposal for eventually for them to add in some skins and some maybe land aesthetics.
Which are also very close
Yeah,
teams.
which would be very cool because if they're able to do that, then it gives them time to develop while not wait and time to implement quickly. So that was a very good idea. Shout out to you out in the crowd there, Bojangles,
Yeah,
if you're
actually,
still watching.
his proposal that we're supporting, right? I think I saw it was the People's Guild
Yeah,
that the vouchers being only used soulbound and only used in store.
yeah, not soulbound though.
Oh, not soulbound?
Not soulbound. So
Oh, I think that's important.
theoretically their demand will go down because you can only buy stuff from the Glint store that is soulbound with it, but you
Well,
can still sell them to other players, and that could be important because done right with the right skins or the right land aesthetics dropping, you could see vouchers find a higher floor than this, because the floor of vouchers won't be based on um, the discounts they give anymore. It'll be based on what they can get you. And if something cool comes out, you could see a spike in price. Also, when you look at the numbers that he was saying you would use to get some of the cards, it's a lot more vouchers than I think a normal person has. So then, if they wanted to cheat ahead and be like, oh, look, one of the cool rare cards is for sale for vouchers. I'd like to get that to high level quickly. I'm going to go buy a bunch of vouchers so I could buy a bunch of copies instead of waiting for it to randomly show up. So it's a different way to do it, but it still lets them be tradable. That lets you keep possibly even an increase in your APR depending on how cool these glint shop items are in the future.
Oh, I still would prefer if they were soul bound, but it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. I think not leaving them soul bound, finding a way to do that while at the same time taking away their ability to hurt the price of DEC is what he was going for, because he knew that people wouldn't want to have that drop in
Oh, but
earnings.
it still this way doesn't feel any like doesn't feel the um exclusive effect that they're supposed to give. Like, yeah, you want vouchers, you have to stake SPS, not rent it. You have to purchase a note if you want or whatever. It's like if you want exclusive stuff, you should be supporting the company in a way because renting SPS, renting cards, that does not support the company.
But you don't get vouchers if you rent SPS.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you don't get exclusives because, but that's not supporting the company neither. Just renting somebody's SPS, supporting people, but not supporting the company itself. So
Ah, sorry,
you
I'm
don't
a
get
terrible
exclusive stuff.
host here on this side. I'm trying to find the little pre-art that we saw from Nate. So,
Oh, his one is behind me. I mean, it's cut, but it's the much as much as I could fit in.
yeah.
The Fire
Do do
Lady.
do 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 do. It should pop up
And
here.
actually, hopefully soon we'll have some cards to share with the community.
But yeah, hey, while I'm looking, yeah, I'm hoping. We have to find out if we have to click a new link or not. They said they would let us know soon. So here's the. Let's go. Save that. And then downloads. So there's the full art of the one you're looking at. And you like that one enough to throw in your background, huh?
Oh yeah, and I wanted to pull it a little bit down, like to have it like
Have the face in the hourglass
yeah,
show.
yeah. But unfortunately, Zoom doesn't let me choose which part of the picture I want if it doesn't fit. I don't think there'll be summoners in the new reward cards. I cannot know for sure, but I thought that was deemed a mistake, and I don't think there'll be summoners in the new reward cards.
Oops, that's the. And then the other one they showed us.
That was cool too, with the
Yeah,
Splinter
this
Lance.
one's kind of is cool. It looks better here than it did on the stream. Now that I've downloaded it, it's definitely an interesting night with with this stomach in the middle is an interesting idea. I also like this little skull face down here. I'm guessing this is going to be a death card, so
Yeah,
they could
well,
kind of use a new tank. They're kind of limited in tank options right now,
I'm
so
I'm I'm kind of blind colorblind, so I don't know. I mean, that looks more like blue to me, but
to me it's purple and
no, no, I'm talking about the
dark purple.
background. I'm talking about the
The background is blue. You're right. I forgot the background gives away the cards. So what was the other one? The other one was red.
the red
So
for fire.
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's fire. You're right. It is blue. Darn it! I wanted a death card like that. And then the
Well,
other picture we
I mean,
saw.
but you have cryptic, so you can use it with a dead team.
Oh, you can use it with death with cryptic. You're right.
Well, you
And
can
so
with Zedica too, but I mean, mostly with cryptic. Yeah.
And then here's some of the sketch art. You can see this is obviously he showed this. We're showing him backwards. Sorry, because I found him in backwards scrolling up. But you just got to see these two. Their sketch art and then the final art, so you could see how it's different. You got your Earth card. So the Death card team's getting some kind of little goblin. It looks like of some sort with two knives. Maybe a new sneak monster to pair with some of the other sneak cards they have. I have no idea what Life's getting. What is this? A ghost? Can't tell.
Some kids drawing.
Yeah. And that one is serious sketch art. This one is almost done like these two. That's looking pretty cool. But yeah, I agree with you. I don't think we're getting summoners. I'm pretty sure we're not.
Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think we are.
Yeah, we also got to see this image. So let me save this one to show that they're getting ready. This stuff is all getting close, guys. Look at that, Unbound. So unlocking is coming, and it will probably come after the vouchers are moved away from being part of this. So we got a new price today in the town hall of about 10x.
That can never be been bound.
Soulbound. They were soulbound. Now they're
those are rebellion cards.
Well, I guess they picked the wrong card to put here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, but the point is they've made the screen to unbound something. You could go poke Nate in the ribs and say, "Hey, how about you put a soulbound card in the box there?" But
it's okay.
The point, the very interesting thing here, is that and we have a question from Birds, Bees, and Trees, and I'll go to that in a second. Things look bad right now, guys. I will admit they look bad, right? DEC is way down here. SPS is way down here. Vouchers are way down here. It doesn't look sexy,
but it's relative because those are the times where you have the opportunity to get still cheap stuff.
But yeah, we have an opportunity right now to get cheap DEC. And if you want to be able to unlock some of your Soulbound cards, we got the price today from Matt being somewhere around 10x. So no more 18x because it's 10x with no vouchers. So see, it was going to be 18x with vouchers pulling it down to 10x. Now he's looking at somewhere around 10x. Not official, but that's where his mind is at now, assuming the things go around.
Well, you said about cheap stuff. I mean, also you probably should mention that with DC being that low, there are very good if you have fresh dollar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you have fresh powder, you're getting 2 to 1 on your DEC buy.
No, I'm just saying. I was talking about the rebellion packs because they usually around $4 in DEC, around 4,000 something DEC. But when the DEC is so low in dollar amounts, I told you there was like I bought some at 267. So I mean, with credits, you can get very good deals on the Splinterland's others market, non-card market.
So
can you go and check how, like, if you're in the game, like just go to market others and just out of curiosity.
Oh, I want to check something really quick. Okay, it's still 0. I had a claim the other day that I didn't get to see because it happened while I was on land. And I was like, I wonder if maybe I somehow got a legendary totem fragment. Oh, I still have... Oh, yeah, those are the land claim tokens I need to sell. I'm like, why do I have those? I really need to sell that stuff soon. But you want me to go to market...
Market others.
And then other items.
And then see the rebellion packs.
Oh, my face is on them.
One more. At the right side, second.
Yeah, they're 298. Or 291.
Yeah.
So you're saying you just come buy them with credits and
then you pay 91.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is like almost half price.
Yeah, yeah, and Bajango still has an idea. He has a soulbound unlocking idea to change on the rewards cards that he says he's still going to put forward. You know, I like your idea, but I don't think Matt likes it, and I don't think the DAO has control over the soulbound cards. So that might be one that even if we pass, they just say, "Nah, we don't want to do that."
I was
So
happy. I was happy that Matt agreed with me on the uh, having to play to get cards and not being valid reason that people will be living off just because they cannot get a certain soulbound card.
yeah, and the other thing is, Bird Bees and Trees is asking, are you guys leveled up and saving all our glint for the new set, or are you still buying cards? Because he's still buying all rares.
Oh, I'm leveled up. Whoa, some soulbound cards. I'm just one dry bone away from maxing all my soulbound cards, but I'm not chasing it neither. I'll just wait and probably buy or just get one copy from my out. But that's the only legendary that I have left unleveled. Uh, my rebellion is maxed, but 3 cards, I think, and my chaos is maxed. I don't have Zuriel, and pretty much that's about it. I think everything else I got it covered. Oh, and the archer, halfling archer, I have it only to halfling level. Like I think it was 4, and I've never used it so far, by the way.
Yeah, I'm done with these because my set is maxed, and when it comes to a lot of the cards, I almost have enough to make another maxed copy. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's why I'm saying
I'm
I'm not buying.
I'm
I'm
not.
buying the ultimate chests,
Yeah,
like the 30 ultimate chests, because they give you some of them give you energy, so it's kind of like it pays a little bit. Some of it pays back because you get to play more and maybe earn more Glen.
yep. And that's why we're gonna do it live. I saved it for you guys.
I'll see how nice he is.
So this is all I'm buying though right now. Birds, bees, and trees is really the chest for the chasing the jackpot rewards, and then if I pull a couple cards, I pull a couple cards. But I'm obviously hoping for jackpots and merits because I want my gladiator set. So that's the only thing I'm really chasing at this point is the merits. We did
Whoa,
get a
potions are
legendary
nice
card.
too. Potions are nice too. So
Yeah, yeah, and getting your potions up is not a bad thing to get out of these either because you get big numbers. We did pull ourselves one more. This is pretty good legendary. He might
oh
have
yeah,
some
I mean I
demand.
use it very often, especially with Larkus.
Yes. So we got a 2,000 merits. We got all
The
those
two
merits. So we'll
flyers,
close that,
the two non-attack flyers around him.
and then we'll go buy our merits.
And Poe, I disagree with you. I don't think it will lose us possibly really big players. I think that's just uh, like fake perception because I mean, big players they should be aware that if I mean, they can't just come and crush the party. I mean, they can get all the things that money can buy, but stuff that cannot be bought, they'll have to fight their way through it. And I mean, if that's a deal breaker, let it be. But I don't think it will be. I'm just thinking that it will just show them that actually their time and investment will be paid in the future in a way that they'll get something that is not easily get achievable. So plus we are at the verge of new set. Everybody will start almost from square. So now I guess now it's a good time, as good time as ever for those big players to join. But I also think that the whole big players idea is very elusive. I don't think we'll be getting much of those. I mean, I'll be happy with some getting a lot of casual players that can probably spend $10, $20 per month or whatever, but at least uh, plenty of them. And I think the whole concept of people using the potentially losing big players for soulbound cards is because a lot of people they just want to sell their soulbound cards. They don't give a damn if you lose players. They just I mean now they're restricted. They cannot sell their cards. They cannot make profit from it. So now they have to keep it or like they have to pay a certain amount to maybe eventually get to get it back. But yeah, I think that's the main concept of people wanting to get away with the soulbound cards. It's not that much of a how many players will lose. I mean, be honest, please, guys. You want to sell your cards. That's why you're talking about binding. I mean, making the reward cards sellable. That's the truth. I mean, why would you mind anyways? Because with the new shop, you can get pretty efficiently. You can get like the whole set that you want when you put the time and attention. Shout out to Infidel. I haven't watched any of his videos recently, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking. People just want to sell cards, and that's why they're like, "Oh, I cannot sell my cards now." I'll find reasons to make them see that it's not good for them to be so bound. Yeah, you can sell them at the end of the set.
Yeah, yeah, and like I disagree too with something that Jason is saying that like he's saying that all Splinterlands needs to do is make the game better. People keep saying like the game hasn't changed in the last few years when it's changed immensely. You've had many new mechanics brought into the game as far as types of attacks, different other abilities. Dual summoners have come out. You've had the 3 rule sets that were put in a while ago. Yeah, the core game is still the same. It's an auto battler where you make a team, but they've added
But that won't
more
change.
strategy into it needed, and then eventually the next version of this game is just going to be spells added. It's like people are expecting Splinterlands that's built after the model of a TCG is going to drastically change. If you've been playing Magic or any of the real world TCG games, the core game doesn't change. When you play Hearthstone, you still are that one. You pick a class, the other guy has so much life, you use your cards, you try to kill him. The game is always going to stay the same, but new cards will come out that allow new strategies, and occasionally you get new mechanics. I don't know what else people are expecting to come into this game. Now,
All
could
new
they
game modes,
launch?
which was the thing that it was like touted constantly. People want new game modes, but I mean, come on, let's be realistic. We have bigger priorities for the moment than getting new game modes. New players, yes. New game modes, yeah. When we can.
All right. Ooh, there's the purple. Let's just do this quick. I don't want to spend a lot of time on these. Oh, we got a gold. I wasn't really looking for that. Ooh, legendary. Was looking for that. Ooh, yes, another one.
That's the one.
Oh,
That's the
it's my first one I don't need. Oh, I got one
Fina
more Quora.
Fina Voxum was what I got today. Also, I opened like 20 packs and I got one Fina,
So I got 2
but it's still
legendaries
like.
using bloodstones
I mean,
on
do you
16
really
packs.
count the dead guy as a legendary?
Well, he's the only one I have maxed out. You know what? I've used him a couple times in battle, and he
Mhm.
can be effective, but
Like,
he's
I mean, I
just
don't know
not
what
that effective.
maybe at later levels, but it's I find it way less useful than an epic or even a rare Earth Gladiator card.
I don't think. Oh, I can almost level him up to level 8. I was hearing. I watched the Vet V and Neil, and Vet V was saying he already has his this set maxed out, and I was like, wow.
Well, I'm
He
very
might be the
far.
only person I know who I've heard say that they've done that.
I don't think I'll ever max it, but well.
I got Cora to 5 the other day. Pulled one more. I don't
Oh,
think
I think I was looking at it. It doesn't get anything like it doesn't get that
it
special with
gets the
levels.
it gets the spell at level
Yeah,
5.
I mean, but I mean,
Well, I mean the spell isn't
this spell,
useless.
this spell I don't think works against immunity.
But Jangles says that he maxed Quora. So,
I don't think
oh,
spell
this one
works on
I can
immunity.
level.
So
All right, let's see. Does it change at all? On 8, it gets
one health.
one health.
Mhm.
But hey, it's another level.
Oh, it is.
Okay, anybody else to level up really quickly? 19 isn't going to be enough. Almost have a max Lisa.
Oh, you're one short from maxing Tatiana. Wow,
Yeah, yep. Only one short from Tatiana.
wow.
And then still pretty low on Captain Katie. Um, I
Yeah,
don't
just remove
think.
that from the screen. It's kind of annoying to see you have all these cards. Open something
uh,
else.
okay. We'll go back over here. Okay, let's talk about one of the things that Rooney 207 brought up. Splinterlands needs to be on a more in a more supportive ecosystem. Hive isn't working for us, and we haven't really talked about this yet, but we do have the Hive DAO proposal, and we'll go take a look at that and see how it's doing. Just give me a moment, but what are your feelings? I know Aftersound thinks we should move to base. I heard him say that after the proposal came out. I haven't heard a lot of the other guys. Baby and then Bajangles in the chat, and go ahead, Rooney. Anybody? What kind of change do you guys think maybe we should go to? But you go first,
And I
Baby, and then
also
we'll see
saw
what the
that
chat says.
Bo is saying it already has asked Vetif. I don't, Bo, is Vetif a player or investor? How would you consider him?
Oh, Vedev?
Yeah.
Oh, he's an investor. Totally. He's not a player at all.
So yeah, don't tell me that he's a big player that has been turned away by the idea of not being able to buy soulbound cars because those people don't buy cars or don't look for cars because they're competitive. They're looking to make money. So yeah, if they cannot sell their soulbound cards, it's not like they cannot buy it. It's they cannot sell it. And if they cannot sell it, they're like, oh well, I mean, why would I invest my money into something and wait for something to become something if I cannot really even sell the things that I'm earning every day? So yeah, don't give me Vete or his friends as a point how we lose player competitive because that's the point that you Steve were making and everybody else like competitive players won't like it that they cannot buy some of the cards in the game. Those are not competitive players. Those are investors that want to make some buck. So it's not it's that's totally different. We're talking about totally different things.
I wonder where we're at with this, if it's passing yet or not. I'll go ahead and give this a vote, but I already voted for the proposal, but I didn't vote for the post. So he goes over everything, and I think if we click, oh yeah, this is the other one to talk about, and then where is the this one?
Django's, he might be looking out for the greater ability for the game to attract new players, but he's not. He's the big players that he's talking about are actually investors like himself, not the actual players that were big players and they were just annoyed by the idea that they cannot buy everything they want to buy. I don't believe it's big players that are being turned away. I mean, nobody can convince me. I mean, but that's just, I mean, my opinion. Of course, you don't have to agree with me. Nobody has to agree with me. But yeah, I believe that's just BS.
So we're up to 16 million hive power. I'm not that up on this.
I don't know how it works even with the voting in Hive and how much we need.
You have to vote. You have to come here to this page, and I'll go ahead and drop it in chat for anybody who hasn't. Then you have to find the proposal. So you got to scroll down here to where you see upcoming proposals, and then it's by Splinterlands.
I'll go
And
do
we
that now.
and then you have to hit support, and it'll support it with your hive power number. So I have around what's my hive power at?
I don't have much, but
Um,
I'll support it. But
I
it
have
doesn't send me where you wanted to send me. It doesn't send me
13.
direct to the
I have
proposal.
13,000 hive power, so I'm not any kind
Stevie,
of big whale. but
Stevie, I followed your link and it doesn't took take taken me straight to that proposal. So people that doing the link, it's the one before last at the bottom of the page, the one before last.
this one here.
No, I'm saying it brings you to the top of the page, not directly to the proposal. So you
Oh
have to
yeah,
scroll
yeah.
down.
So you'd have to scroll down. Um, so, but yeah, I know. Block Trades has to come in here and hook us up, Paul Taylor. But basically, I think you have to get past. You have to get. Look, like this one has 419,000.
I saw the one above it has 632 million.
Yeah.
Oh, it's down. Six,
No, this is thousands, and we have
but
sixteen fifty
millions.
seven million. So
Yeah.
did we pass this already, or am I confused, guys?
Well, we are almost one of the highest. Like there is one 24, but and 25
Because
and
like this
20.
one has 1 million, this one has 13, and these ones are
Actually, there are
getting
quite a few.
paid. So we would slide in right here at the 16 million. I think it's enough to get paid at 16 million. But am I wrong? So why? So Paul Taylor, do you understand how this works? Where guys with like
Which see when you go on the I icon next to 180 days, it says potential remaining pay of 500 almost 500,000 HBD, assuming proposal is successfully funded for the entire remaining duration.
yeah. So how
Whatever
does
that
that
means.
work? But Jangles, do you know why is this getting paid with only 400,000? Or is it that this once upon a time had enough support and now it's been unsupported, so it's not getting paid anymore? I thought there was
So
a
actually
certain
we're getting paid 2000 HBD per day.
daily pay is
Wait,
2,700 HBD per day for 180 days once it starts, but the proposal isn't set to start for a
no,
few days. But
it says remaining days.
yeah, but it hasn't officially started yet,
Well,
and it's
maybe the other one as well, that just maybe just the potential pay.
so. Yeah, I'm just trying to understand it. I thought, and I'm going to move us off screen for a second so I can see all of this. I know we're not getting paid yet because it's an upcoming proposal, but these ones look like they're getting paid, and they don't even have 1 million votes, and we have 16 million.
In
So,
Bojangles, we need 28.
and Bajango says we need 28 million. Why do we need? So, is Peak Monsters not getting paid anymore? Um, is this like? Is that what's happened? Because I thought. Where is okay? Here's return proposal 0. So the aim of the return proposal prevent proposal with little or no approval from receiving funding. Think of like so. That's right. You have to get past this one. That's right. So you have to get past block trades at 25. So you only need to get to about 26, right?
Yeah,
Look at all
only,
tabs. What?
only like double from what we are now.
Yeah, this is the base return proposal. So if you don't get past this, you don't get paid, right? And this is 25 million.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he knows enough well. So I'm sure that that's something doable if he talk with the right people and they support the idea. So
Gotcha.
he still has 6 months to convince them. So
So so so guys, this is the sneaky way we could get it approved. Do we all unsupport this one?
move the bar lower instead of
Move
jumping.
the bar. I could move the bar lower like 13,000. So it'd be 2 million, 25 million, 100, only 111,000 instead of, yeah, 101 instead of 14. Okay, so the only person getting paid that I'm supporting is Leo, and then Peak Monsters is getting it here. I mean, Hive Keychain, not Pink Monsters. And I guess we are asking for a lot more than these other people, though. Is there anybody getting our kind of money? Just the stabilization fund, which isn't really getting paid to someone. So the core devs 3.3. So we are asking for a lot. I have to admit that.
No, but also, I think Splinterlands has done quite a lot for Hive ecosystem, to be honest.
This is going to be interesting. Now, I do think that Matt maybe made a mistake on today's town hall. And I want to know what the chat thinks on this. But should have he backed down from what some people took this idea that Matt was going to leave the ecosystem?
Well, he
That
said it. He didn't even, I mean, his proposal says it that he really doesn't want to, but it can come to that.
Yeah, but then he also in the town hall today said, "I'm not leaving Hive," or "I don't want to leave Hive."
If I can avoid it.
Yeah, but
So he's like, yeah, no, I think that was very, very correct on his part because he's like, I like the ecosystem. It's the perfect fit. We like it, and we don't want to leave if we don't have to. So guys, make it so we don't have to because I don't think you want us to leave too.
yeah. So Paul Taylor says all we need is block trades, and so apparently they're talking with block trades, and if they give us a vote, they have 24 million power, and so that would put us over the need. So like birds, bees, and trees. The way I understand it, um, the way that this generally works is they have a HBD fund that you're able to apply for if you have an idea for Hive, but in order to get it, the people have to vote for you past this return proposal, which is currently at 25 million. So you have to have more than this. So this is like the standard of support that your idea needs to get, and you have to remember that this number keeps going up because I'm supporting it and my hive power keeps going up, just like every other person who's supporting it who's active in the ecosystem. So but anything you support, like these ones, my support keeps going up here too. So if the same people keep supporting these, once you get past this, you should stay past it. And then you get paid whatever it is you are asked for. And we are asking for $2,700 or what ends up being about 500K in the long haul over half a year. So basically, from now until the end of the first quarter, Splinterlands will get an extra $500,000 that they can bring into their ecosystem
Oh,
to
it
do
ends
whatever they want.
in 3 days, so it doesn't have 100 days. It has only 3 days.
Well, it has 3 days till it starts, and then it has 180
Oh,
days.
well, but by the 3 days that it starts, it has to be over the zero, right?
Yeah, but like you said, we're just waiting on one big account to be talked into voting from what it sounds like.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying
So,
it doesn't have that much time. Like there will be clarity soon. It won't be after 100
yes,
days.
yes, there will be clarity soon. And so
Then I
it'll
just
be very interesting to see where we're at. Now the other one that's a very interesting proposal, right? So this is the Splinterlands the proposal to this is the proposal to hire um, those two devs to develop the SPS change. Now this one's
it's
kind
not.
of interesting.
Is it two? Where did you read to? I think there are several.
Oh, I thought it was only two people. Because I thought you said there were two people working on it. But whoever is JPTR Corps, does it say
That's
in here?
JP's company. JP,
Okay.
remember JP? That was the head dev in Splinterlands,
He
and
gives us some.
they
Yeah.
all ex-workers for Splinterland. Like they all have been working for Splinterland before they start working for JP.
How much is he asking for here? I forgot.
Forty
The DAO
thousand
will pay 40,000 per month for
per
each of
month.
the next 12 months.
Yeah.
So $400,000 in UST or ETH on the Ethereum or BNB Smart Chain networks. Please note that if this is approved, the proposal will give the authority to the DAO treasurers to decide which token from the DAO treasury to use. They will complete and release an open source software package known as SPS Validator software on or before March 1st, independently. That's kind of interesting. The above mentioned release will be a minimum support for all currently existing function SPS
Well,
vouchers and license tokens.
the post proposal notes are more interesting because I first was taken aback by this March 1st, 2025, but
Mm-hmm.
the update is actually giving more clarity.
Where's that?
No, it's in the bottom of the article. The
Oh,
last part it says date.
based on some feedback and questions regarding this proposal, we thought it would be helpful to add some additional information. First, regarding the corp, all the developers are currently working there were previously Splinterland employees. They recently moved to JPTR, which is just a small entity set up by Patrick Cortero, Splinterland CTO. In order to help Splinterland reduce its operating costs and administrative overhead, these developers have been working on the SPS Validator software exclusively for the past few months now, paid for by Splinterlands, and expected to have an initial version of the finished release before March 1st.
Well before March
Oh,
1st.
well before March 1st date in the contract above. The March 1st date is purposely pushed out further than expected release in order to make sure that what is committed to is something that can be definitely hit no matter what unexpected issues come up. Additionally,
So
these
it's just like a
development
safety.
transition validators. I won't read it all, but they have also been working closely. Finally, it's important to note that developers plan to push in the upstream course code validate as soon as possible, certainly well before the initial release, so that anyone can independently review it. So this is kind of interesting. It does seem like a lot of money. Um, Interesting.
Okay. Thanks, Paul, for clarifying. So whenever they hit, it starts in 3 days, but whenever they hit the bar, the minimum, then that's the day they start receiving the funds. And then as long as they stay afloat of the proposal zero, they will be receiving every day they stay afloat, they'll be getting 2,800 HBD.
Okay, then, not to be outdone, we have this proposal to do some promo cards. And then hire peak monsters to develop
Yeah.
the SPS
Oh,
change.
I'm fine with both. I mean, I think probably the ones that are currently working will be a better idea because they don't they I mean they've already done most of the work, so flipping it over, I don't think it was much helpful. But I mean, probably Jarvi deserves some chance to get things done too. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I voted up for both. Personally, I think it's more efficient, and that's what Matt said too. It's more efficient for JP's people to finish it. And I don't know if JP is still CTO. I mean, I know he was. I don't know if he's still CTO in the company. After all the restructuring, I don't know who. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it said in the additional information, but I wasn't sure before reading the proposal. So good to know he's still around. Matt have always speak very highly of him.
Yeah, this is kind of interesting. So basically, Peak Monsters is asking for him to do it a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, a little bit. But also it has to be a transition down from people
That's
that are doing.
interesting. Rooney thinks that they're asking for too little. Oh, and hey, Hank, thanks for coming over here. I know you were watching earlier over on Twitch. I don't know. I mean, to me, it seems like a lot. I know development work is kind of expensive, but I thought that the SPS the chain was almost done. So unless they're going to be doing a lot of improvements to it, I don't know where they need $500,000.
Well, if you read the
So
proposal very carefully, the just Jeremy thinks that when same like me when he saw March 1st, he was like, "Oh, there is no like it's not coming anytime soon, so maybe we can just do it." But in the additional information, Matt mentioned that actually the release date expected to be way before March because they're close to completing it. So that changes things. And Jeremy says it in his proposal too. It's like we want to see what work needs to be done. If it's for 1 year, yeah, I mean we can get it for done for less. But I don't think it will take 1 year for it to be completed, and I don't know how good idea is to switch teams that are working on it because, as I said, I mean it's a code like whoever takes over it, they still need to go through the whole code almost to figure out what is done, how it's done, and then to start building what is not done. Just I think I think it probably both more realistic is to get the JP's contract done than Jarvis.
This one, the SPS Governance Pros was to hire Steam Monsters Corp to develop 5 promo cards. If you get down in this is like another a chance for, to create some promo cards and then have the money earned by the promo cards come back to the DAO. So the idea here is to try this kind of experiment again to see if they can make some money from selling the cards. So
well, it won't be them. I mean, they're making money for the set, but then the DAO,
yeah.
if DAO
No, I meant the DAO will make money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's kind of an interesting idea. I don't know where this one will go in the end of it. It'll be interesting to see.
How much was the amount that Matt was asking?
For I'm going back to his right now, so wait, this is the DHF's proposal. Sorry,
the 5 proposal.
There it is.
No, not this one. The 5 promo cards. How much he's asking?
Oh, how much for the 5 promos?
Yeah.
Where's that one? That one's. Oops. Too many proposals up here. There it goes. This proposal for the DAO to hire Steam Artists Corp behind the development promo cards roughly next 6 months. The total cost of this project will be 600 million DEC tokens. So really, it might pass because the DAO is saying they'll give them 600 million DEC that they're already holding, and then I don't know what Splinterlands would do with that DEC. It's kind of strange.
$6,000, 60,000. How much? How much is?
Yeah, it would be $60,000 at Peg. At Peg, a million DEC is.
But what I'm saying is like so.
Or no, it would be $600,000 at Peg, right?
So 120,000 per promo card.
Yeah,
at 4 cards. So like 30,000 promo cards to be sold. I don't know. I know that DC is not at Peg, so the value is way less, but.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It moves a lot of DEC to the team. I guess they could just hold this to use when people use credits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't think they normally dump it.
He said that. He said
that
this way we don't need to dump it. It's just.
And then eventually when they sell the cards, I believe they said the money comes back, right?
No, the money comes to the DAO. But that's why
to the DAO. Comes back to the DAO.
The DAO needs to make more than 120 million DC per sale, per promo card.
Yeah, and they did say that basically Paul's broke it down pretty easy. We send out 600 million DEC, they make us 5 cards. We hope we get 2 million per card, so we get 1 billion back. It's an interesting bet, but the People's Guild is going, maybe we'd only get 400 back. But as long as the team didn't dump this on our heads, it would in theory take some DEC off the market. So it might pass only because the DAO, if they're willing to spend any of their tokens, my guess is they're going to be willing to spend DEC before they're going to be willing to spend any of their other assets. Okay, so we went over the DF proposal. We need one person. So they want. So wait, how does this work if they finish it early? We still pay them to do. Yeah, to maintain SPS chain. Interesting. So 480,000 for Matt's proposal. And they'll launch it for sure before March 1st, but they're only guaranteeing it by March 1st, which is interesting because that means it could be
Yeah,
out.
and why Paul Taylor is saying 10 cards? It says five. It clearly says 5 cards.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Unless
might.
he's counting the gold foils. 5 sales, two
Please.
cards per sale. Did they say that? Though.
Okay. My bad. I missed that. 5 promo events, 10
That
promo
changes a
cards.
lot. I mean, 60,000, 600,000, 600, was that 60 million DC per promo card might be more realistic.
Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I mean, it makes sense for us to do this, but I wonder what how the people for the cost of this and where we are now. I'm voting no on this. So that's BTC flood. Yeah, that's the thing too. It seems too expensive for something that's supposed to be almost done.
Well, I mean, if it's not the DAO, it will be. I mean, it's the company that is paying. So it's not like they're not asking for new money. They're just asking to transfer the cost to the DAO. And Matt explained why, because the DAO is supposed to be paying for the infrastructure that it runs on, and they've been doing it. He said made the mistake of doing it for the DAO, and now it's like begging the DAO to do something which it was supposed to do anyways. So I don't know.
I understand the reasoning, um, but it still feels like you're giving a company a year's worth of pay for something that might only take them a few months to do.
Or you're
So
not giving the company. You're taking the payment from the company. The company is already
yeah.
paying.
Yeah, I do stand by this though. Like this statement here, like we need more information on who JPTR Corp is. Like who works for PJ? How many people are there? How many of them are developers? How many other projects do they have? Because if this is just like a way to take some money from the DAO and pay it to JP and his buddies, that could be looked at kind of bad. Um, so comments are not very supportive, but I'm not recognizing the names, so I don't know if they have stake. I'm trying to look for somebody I recognize that has some stake.
Well, we have some serious people in the chat. We can talk to them.
Yeah, I guess what do you guys think about this? JPTR equals JP only. Rennie's laughing. Birds, bees, and trees is laughing. JP and his buddies. Hey, I'm gonna go ask JP if I could work for the company. He could throw my name on there. I'm a bit of a technical developer, but
Well,
only of phone system stuff.
JPTR is just PJ in his truck.
uh, okay, so Bajango says he thinks he's heard through the grapevine there are two developers plus PJ. Is PJ even a developer, Bajangles, or is it just his company?
What was
I
your
don't
question?
remember. Is PJ a developer?
CTO.
I know he's CTO, but is he a developer? Is he a
Oh
is
yeah,
he
and he you remember when Matt brought him, he was like
look?
he had
I,
never been
I
talking highly of any developers, but he was saying like, I feel like I can leave PJ to do my job when he was still like in the developing part. He's like, I don't trust many guys to do my job, but I trust PJ. That's what I remember. I mean JP.
okay.
That's what I remember of PJ. Yeah, I remember that's what he was talking very high when they were bringing it in the company. He was very excited.
Let's see.
Yeah, seems like people also don't know like JP, PJ. Yeah. I think it was PJ. Or was it JP? I think it was PJ. But I guess others are
Yeah.
confused too.
Well, Claiborne said he's supporting it. I haven't seen any of the other big names make comments on it. There's no Matt Clark. There's no Dave McCoy.
Ruin says PJ understands it level 2. This can translate to Hive somewhat versus Peak Master guys have not layer 2 experience, but they can learn on the fly. Yeah, do we want somebody to learn on the fly in a project that was supposed to be out like yesterday, like 2 years ago?
Well, Rooney, they can't get any more money than the proposal says they're going to get. So they can't get paid more. So saying it's going to cost a lot more is interesting. I don't agree with you that it's going to take them way longer. I mean, to be completely honest, SPS chain is not that complicated of a chain. It's just an ETH. It's just an EVM chain is what it's supposed to be, with validators. That's why we all bought validator licenses with the top 21. So it's a simple, um, like it's basically a Hive, or Justin
Well,
Sun's Tron network runs similar. And so does. There's plenty of validator node licenses out there in the world. Now
Paul
it
Taylor
does
is
have
saying,
to.
shut it. Paul Taylor is saying something important that everybody should know in case they're interested. DAO Town Hall with PJ in 11 hours. Paul, if you can give everybody more information so people that are interested can actually go and watch it, we would appreciate it. And sorry, Steve, to interrupt you, what you were
No,
saying.
no, no. Yeah, they do those DAO halls now. They had one with Crypto Eater and um, Claiborne and Matt for a little while, but Matt took off after like the first 30 minutes when they were talking about the vouchers, getting rid of vouchers, and they were introducing that idea. Clay needs to get a better mic, though. If you're listening, Clay, you are way too quiet on those
I
those
think
DAO halls.
I've listened to him with the double coconut guy when they were talking about Soki before launching, and yeah, I was like it was very hard for me to hear him talking.
Yeah, it's not easy to hear him talk, but it's definitely. And I never really said where I stood. Originally, like just thinking about it a little bit, I did kind of like the idea of base chain. But the reason why I kind of like the idea of base chain is because I thought if we moved to base chain and made a splash, and SPS actually started to do some stuff over there, there'd be a chance you could get your token listed onto Coinbase because you're one of the top coins on base chain.
I even
But I
didn't
don't
know
know. I don't know
that
if we would make a
that's
splash over there or not.
Coinbase made a new chain or what? I haven't been much diving deep into crypto lately. So there is now a BSC alternative from Coinbase called
Yeah, well,
CoinChain, base chain,
base chain is Coinbase's chain.
but it's like
It's a layer two to Ethereum. It's like
oh,
Polygon.
okay,
So
okay.
it's just a layer two to, but you can transfer to it you can buy like ETH on Coinbase and move it to their layer two for free. And so you're expecting eventually some projects to move over there because it has really good on ramping and off ramping through Coinbase to that chain. because you can buy USDC, move it straight into base. You can buy coin.
Well,
You think,
yeah, but
you
you
know?
do understand there are like for almost every layer two, in between every layer two, there are bridges. So they don't
Yeah, but
project don't really
basically,
need to move there. If there is a bridge that allows you for very cheap transaction over.
no. You usually to get to any ETH layer two, if from onboarding, you got to start with ETH.
Yeah, sure, you onboard.
Unless the chain supports that layer two, and they do support, most of them do support, like Arbitrum and Polygon get supported a lot,
I'm
and
saying like
other ones. So
all layer two between them, you can find bridges that are doing that. Like it's like once
yeah,
you get
but
to layer one, layer
bridges
two,
get hacked all the time, dude. No, I'm just joking. But
yeah,
my
or
point is,
get
Coinbase has their own chain. It's called Base Chain. Um, the only game I know that is starting to move their cards onto Base Chain is the one you don't like to talk about in Paragon, but they have
you don't
proved
even know
so.
you don't even know its name. Can you imagine
Oh,
what
I
kind
mean
of game?
Parallel. Gosh, I said Paragon. I don't know where that was coming from. Parallel.
See, I
So,
mean,
but
it
the
makes sense.
thing
Like,
is though, Parallel's only halfway onto Base Chain. It's kind of weird. Some of their cards mint onto base and some of them mint onto ETH. I don't know why they're doing that. That whole half and half crap is weird. Because you're like, oh, I want to go buy this card. And you're like, oh, crap, this one's on ETH only. So now I got to move money over to ETH. When the whole advantage, I thought you guys, of moving stuff to base was so that stuff could be on base so you didn't have to pay high
like,
fees. But
talking about parallel, where is Steels? Like, is he angry at that? I mean,
I
me,
don't
I
know.
like,
He hasn't been making anything recently, huh?
and also he haven't been. I mean, usually he's regular in the show. Yeah, is he
Yeah,
angry with?
I don't know. I'll have to reach out to him and see how he's doing. Just as a joke, the other day, I sent him a maxed out card that was only worth like maybe $3, but just to send him one because I had an extra one on my account, and I'm like, I'm gonna send Tails a card and see if he says hi. But he didn't. Um, Not yet,
You
at
can
least.
try
I
with me
thought,
too. I promise to say hi.
but
Actually, 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 now I just I don't think you see when somebody sends you something like I have people. I mean, I had like Bozena send me a card before, and it didn't show up. Like before, it was notification. Like you can see the card and everything. It was in my account, but I never got. I don't know if
oh,
I
do
did
we
some.
not? Maybe he, if you have the notifications turned off or something, then
Yeah,
it turns that
that's why
one
I
off
mentioned it
too.
because maybe
So
he
that's
didn't
interesting.
he couldn't
Yeah,
even.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, Base Chain's still up and coming. There isn't really a premier project there. The only advantage to it is it's really cheap and it's connected to Coinbase. Um, there hasn't been anybody who's come and launched like an official project on Base Chain that has made any kind of waves yet. But that also means Splinterlands could be the first, and you'd have a chance to they definitely have, and they can support the NFTs. They have the cheap fees. They have the connection to Coinbase. If you wanted people though, like the most people, I think it would have to be Solana, which
But
sounds
are you aware
weird.
that no matter how cheap layer two layer twos are, every transaction costs money. That means every
Yes.
time you start a game, you
Well,
have to
no.
pay.
Okay, so look, if Splinterlands leaves Hive, they're going to have to change the way the game works. And that's going to be a big, big thing. Like, if they leave, I completely think that the game has to become off chain. There's nowhere you can go where you can do what you do on Hive that I'm aware of that is any kind of big chain.
Well,
They're,
that's
they're,
probably that's why they probably don't want to leave.
yeah, that's probably why they don't want to leave. Um, I don't know anything about Ronin chain, Rooney, and going over
In-
to the enemy's chain seems a little bit strange. Does it have a staking mechanism where they could could do the transactions the same and stuff? I mean, do you know anything about it? I know Ronin is
No,
kind
but I'll be
of,
right
but
back.
Solana was a meme coin haven for a little while, but games are starting to go over there. But you have a lot of buzz there, and I'm expecting Solana to do pretty well in the bull run. And you want to be on a chain where you're expecting the coin that is powering that chain to do well in the bull run, because that's when people go ahead and buy stuff and try stuff out and invest money. Because like if you're somebody who's sitting on 50 or 60 Solana and Solana goes up to being worth a couple $1,000 a coin, and you go, wow, I can go invest two of my Solana and get into this Splinterlands game that is over on our chain that's been making a little bit of news. Cool, I'll go ahead and do it. I mean, that's kind of how a lot of people ended up with bigger bags of Splinterland stuff, was back when Hive and Steam were worth larger amounts of money. It was a lot easier to buy these assets because you were earning those tokens and then just investing them into the game. That's what kind of made the game so successful in the beginning, was that Steam was popular. It was a token that was worth a decent amount of money.
But the thing is, Solana also, every transaction, it's a small fee, but there is fee. So it powers up, and it's not, I don't think it's like an ideal place to move neither. Unless, as you said, they change the game, but then people will be like, oh, well, it's off chains. I mean, how it's not, I mean, the whole point is of Web3 is to be easily verifiable. And if it's off chain, and
it can still be verifiable. You just have to have an open code base that can be audited.
yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
I hope they don't have to.
Splinterlands, in theory, the game engine could be taken offline and it would be simplified for them, and then they would just have to prove that their game engine is true and that it's not cheating, and they can do that by making it open when it comes to the logic that decides our battles, so that it can be audited. So I haven't looked. You know, Rooney, you'd have to give me some ideas. I haven't heard that much about Ronin, the Ronin chain.
Or the so successful. I haven't heard of any successful Web3 game.
I haven't
Yeah.
heard of any real Web3 games lately that have been making much of a splash. Big Time was, but I haven't even been playing it lately because I've been so busy, which I feel terrible of, because I still have a lot of fun in Big Time. I'm gonna try to get back into playing at least on Friday nights and playing on the weekend. But I got totally screwed when they did the new update. My character got bugged and I couldn't play the game. It was stupid, and it took them like a week to fix. It was so dumb. So then I missed that first week when all the players who were not bugged all leveled up together, and now I'm all super low level.
Oh, Axie is not a game. Come on, man.
Well, yeah,
yeah,
Axie's on there, but Axie's not, to my knowledge, Axie
Axie is
isn't
joke.
anywhere near where it was during its prime. So,
Axie had the first mover advantage, and that's it. Like it's not a game, really. You
yeah,
call
but
it
You know what? Pixels is doing pretty well. I guess I will give you some credit there, because Pixels looks stupid as hell to me, and it did do well for a while.
what is
I don't know if
Pixels?
it's still doing well.
What is Pixels?
It's like a little farm game. It's like a farming simulator.
Was that Townstar was doing okay
No,
for?
it's even cheesier than Townstar. It's more like
No, I'm just
it
giving
kind
an
of looks like a Pokemon game.
I'm
You know,
just
like a
giving an
little
example.
like, or like the old Zelda game, and then you walk around and you get a farm and you have to get like, you can get you know what, some people tried to get me to get into it, but I'm like, you know what, even if this game can make me money, I'm not going to play it. It was too dumb. So,
Well, according to Rooney, Axie has many games. Well, I mean, yeah. Gala also have many games. So,
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call, I mean, I guess if you say like Pixels is your example of a top tier Ronin game, if we went there, we would be a top tier game. As far as like gameplay and stuff like that. But ooh, popcorn
hmm,
was just
where is
delivered.
the hand? Where is the hand? Where is the
She
hand?
went away quick this time. She just gave me a couple popcorns.
No, I figured that part, but the hand is not showing.
Cut down Star Dev Valley. Is that a game, Defiz? Oh, you're trying to, I can't give it to you. Eat. No.
No, I I was teasing your daughter.
She left. She left too
Okay.
fast. It was odd, but they're watching. My family watches Big Brother. My wife watches Big Brother, so I watch it with her. It can be entertaining sometimes. Today
Mm,
was the start of the first season, and they're watching it without
fun,
me. I have to watch it after the show on my own.
fun way of, I mean, funny description of entertainment, but I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
guess
I don't
a lot of
know.
people
I
find
mean, the Ronin
The
chain would be
Bachelor,
interesting.
The
So,
Bachelor entertaining. So, what will be interesting?
oh, well, it's an interesting stat. So he said Pixels was on Polygon. It had 3 monthly players. It went to Ronin, and it got 3 million players.
Oh, because Ronnie still has all these people from Maxi that they were lucky to be early in the space and they made a lot of money.
Yeah,
And,
I know, I know. I mean, I do think that if we can't pass this Hive Devs proposal, I hope Matt just decides to leave. I don't want him to wait till we're in dire straits to leave. I'd rather have them leave while they have money in the bank and start planning it out and then make the leave. Because if they want to wait until we're in dire straits, that's just not good. I think it's very simple. They need funding. They're going to the Hive DAO. They provide funding for their games. They're saying, look, and I think Hive is underestimating how many of us would just sell all our Hive and leave in an instant. I don't have
yeah,
any like you know.
yeah, memories of Maxi 2021. I mean,
So
that's not even 2021 because I never gotten into it, but yeah, I don't hear people talking about Axie. I mean, except you, I don't hear people talking about Axie anymore. So
well,
it's
yeah,
like,
Paul. He doesn't have any plans to leave unless forced to leave. But if the community doesn't support the game and they don't pass his proposal, that's them forcing him to leave. All right. Just like Biden wasn't going to quit unless he had a medical condition, and then he got COVID all of a sudden, and now all the news says he's going to quit. So we'll see what
oh,
happens
oh,
there.
Biden.
Yeah, yeah. The rumor mill today is that this bout with COVID is going to cause him to quit this weekend, and the Democrats are going to try to revive their campaign by doing
I
a
mean, that's the only,
brokered convention. So
yeah, that's the only chance to have a normal country. So probably he should leave.
yeah,
But the only thing I saw a tweet from Joe Biden, I'm sick. So I didn't read any development, but like, yeah, like, is it a rumor or it's like official that he has COVID and
no,
he's
it's
considering
official. He has COVID, so he left the White House and he's at his vacation home with like a couple family members.
and
And he
considering of
canceled
dropping?
he canceled his speeches and stuff. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't know. I've heard COVID isn't that bad nowadays if you get it, but he's also 81, so that's a little scarier, maybe.
And also he was like there were there are more and more calls for him to drop out, and
You know
maybe
what?
that's a graceful way to get out of it. Like I don't want I'm not living like my theories, but I'm sick, so I cannot really.
Yeah, sorry, Bajangos. We'll stop. I just was making a joke about because Matt said he wasn't going to leave, and then the news today made me think that Biden said he wasn't going to leave either. Now he might. But yeah, Paul, I get what you're saying. What Matt is saying now makes a lot of sense. He can't make public statements that this is an ultimatum because then some of the bigger Hive people, I don't think, will end up supporting this and it won't pass. But I think it is an ultimatum. I think his post made it an ultimatum. I could be wrong, but I think he's softening his stance a
Oh,
little
it was
bit
pretty clear that
to
it was an
get the
ultimatum. Yeah.
votes. But it's pretty clear in there. Like, if you guys don't want to support us, now that you've created this way to support the projects who are on your chain at a time when we need your support, then maybe we need to go somewhere else. So
Then maybe you don't deserve us. So yeah, I mean, he's like, and that's why I think it's very important what he said today, because today he made sure that he doesn't want to live high if he don't have to. It's like it's not like he's just trying to tie their hands. He's like, see, I mean, I want to stay
yeah,
here because I like it, and I think
this
it's the
is
perfect
why we should
thing.
leave Hive, in my opinion. Now, I mean, if they're willing to fund us, maybe we stay. But who thinks during the next bull run that we're going to see a $10 Hive or a $5 Hive or a $7 Hive at this point?
I think we can see a
Because
$3 hike.
because we need to see a really high Hive to help our chain. Just like I was saying, why be on Sol? Because if Sol 10x's, which a lot of people think it will in this bull run, then people have silly money to play with. If
But I think also
Hive
Hive is
if
very
Hive can
underrated.
10x and then this account right here is $40,000 instead of $4,000, well then I can buy a lot of Splinterlands packs for the next sale, right? I can all of a sudden be
Yeah,
like, I'll sell $10,000 worth of my Hive and I'll buy a bunch of Splinterlands packs, and then
and then
Splinterlands makes a bunch of money.
if SPS goes to $1, I can just go and retire in some island.
Yes, we can all, if this goes up to $1, but that then also probably SPS goes up because people have all this extra money. But this has been doing the same damn thing as our token. So there and
Well, I mean, there are still no stupid money in crypto, man. It's not in that cycle part of the cycle. It's still like
Yeah, I mean the
the
one thing Hive has going for it
the
is
big boys trying to make it
it
up.
is on some big pretty big exchanges, but it doesn't really have anything cool going on in development wise. I mean, it would need something to help it break out, and it none of these other games have been able
Oh,
to
and Ronin
make
is
any
not.
kind of impact.
Waxios and Hype are considered dead chance, and Ronin is not. I haven't heard anybody talking about Ronin except you, Ronnie. I mean, I guess you
Well,
invested
there's
in.
I follow one person who talks about Ronin a lot, but
Oh,
just
one?
one.
Okay, sorry, yeah.
Mr. Kagi talks about it a decent amount.
Yeah, I also know one, Rooney
So,
2000, Rooney 207.
well, hey, he's
But I
got a
mean,
Rooney, so he's in the system.
oh
I mean,
no,
I
I
don't
mean,
know. I believed in Hive for a long time. I thought it was kind of a unique platform. I thought what it could do for Splinterlands is unique. The real problem from that Hive ended up doing though is it has these gatekeepers, and if you don't have their support and they don't like you, you just can't do anything here. And so that kind of a chain, I think, is just not as attractive as the other chains, and it's become a detriment to the project, in my opinion. I feel like it can't be as helpful. I mean, because like, look what some of these other tokens has done. BNB is up to $568. Imagine if we were if we were over here on Binance in a Binance only game, and we'd be one of the top games on BNB. Sol's back up to 150 after being at 100 recently. Um, Even Gal is back up to 2 cents. It was down at 1 a while ago. At least it's only at 2 though. But I mean, we're getting to the time where stuff is going to start popping off, and if Hive is still doing this, it's not going to be good for us.
no, have had its moments, and again, I say like I think it's very underrated chain, and it offers like I mean one of the very few, if not the only that offer transaction like free cost transactions, which is for gaming is
Yeah, but you can go to plenty of layer 2 where transactions are really 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 small, and then
well really small, but
Splinterlands
they're
would
still there.
they would have to redesign the game a little bit so it didn't do too many transactions. So they would have to figure that out, and it would take some smartness. But I mean, if the team said, "Hey guys, we're going to let the game run on Hive, but we're not making any more developments to the game. We've decided that we're moving it to, Arbitrum, Ronin, the Solana, wherever they're deciding to move it. We're going to spend the next 6 months prepping the move, or the next 3 or 4 months prepping the move." But they would have to get, because the problem is if he waits till we're in dire straits, he's going to be past the bull run when they move to another chain, and that, unless they can do it extremely fast, that's not going to be any good.
Well, we can talk all we want, but yeah, I trust
But Jingles, I don't know if anything Hive has going on. I mean, every time anything seems to launch on Hive, yeah. I don't think that statement is true, but Jingles, you can't be cheaper than Hive when it comes to
Oh,
doing
I mean, really,
transactions because they're
you
free as
completely
long as
lost
you
me.
have stake. That's
You
not
completely, you
what.
completely lost me with that comment. And yeah, I guess I understand that you have a big running back that you want to shield, but yeah, that statement that running transaction fees are cheaper than Hive makes it like very laughable.
I mean, it doesn't cost you anything to use Hive. Unless Ronin has the same kind of thing where you stake coins and you do stuff for free. I don't understand how you could say Ronin's cheaper to use. Maybe Ronin actually goes up and you can actually make money on Ronin, so that's what he's saying. So you make more than you spend, but
I guess they figured out a way to find cheaper than zero.
I mean, I'm not saying he's wrong. I mean, I know Axie's still around. It didn't fail. I know it hasn't gone crazy, but if
I haven't heard
Pixels
anything
moved to
about Axie in
Ronin,
3 years.
Pixels was like the hotness like a month ago, maybe. I don't know where it is exactly now, but it was definitely all over Twitch, and a lot of people were playing it. So you've heard VCs coming. Why?
But that's not a cost because you still have your Hive. It's not like you're losing Hive when you do a transaction. That's not a cost. That's an investment. So yeah, the transaction fees are zero, and it's kind of hard to make something cost less than zero. But I mean, they're on in chain, so maybe they found a way to make
Yeah, you
transactions
get
where you make
paid
a
when you make a
transaction, they pay you.
transaction.
Yeah, maybe they pay you when you make a transaction. Yeah.
No, look, I'm not gonna lie, Rooney. I don't know about Ronin at all. I haven't looked into it that much because I hadn't seen anything launched there that was interesting. But it's the real problem is I don't have a lot of super extra funds to put into other things. So
Yeah, I agree with Birds, Bees, and Trees. Running was a good film. And yeah, it just at this point, it just seems like somebody shilling something. They have big bagger.
people that says smart contracts are coming for Hive. I see what you're saying. So why you got to do that, stock jockey? You know what? Did you not? You missed the start of the show. I'm turning more land on. Now, for now, I've been turning the ones I've been turning on have all been for grain, but the next ones I turn on are gonna be for research. So you better look out. But I think you're ahead of me by a decent amount. It would probably take me a long time to catch up. Yeah, the
And
whole
by the
start
way,
of the show, I was bragging on about how I started buying. I've been buying like cheap beta cards and cheap untamed cards and turning more plots on, and I'm
Stock
gonna
Jockey,
probably keep doing that.
Stock Jockey, now you had to come back and bring us again to that topic. Just move on, man. But we love you and thank you for joining the stream. I mean, better late than never.
But
So,
no,
but
no,
just
I agree.
don't.
If the Hive team doesn't show up for us, I would support a proposal saying we go somewhere. I'd be willing to look into Ronin. The one thing I will say about Ronin is it is a gaming chain, and it is a gaming chain for games that are not like Big Time or Star Atlas or what's another one of the
Illuvium.
Alluvium. Yeah, I knew there was one more. See, I knew you'd give it to me. Like it's not those type of games. It's more, and maybe they have one of those games over on Ronin, but the only ones we know of
I
right
doubt
now
it.
are Pixels and Axie. So
I mean,
maybe
if Axie
let's
is
go see.
if Axie if something like Axie is representative of the Ronin chain, yeah, for me, I have no
RO.
zero interest in doing any
What
research.
is it? Is it RON?
Axie, it was a joke. I mean,
Ro.
yeah, people were spending millions on apes, but well, I mean that doesn't that doesn't prove anything.
Oh, apparently Alluvium is coming to Ronin. That's interesting.
Mm, I haven't heard
Ecosystem.
anything about that. I know they're
So
on.
Axie. Lots of Axie games. Pixels. The Machine Arena, Puffverse, Wild Fortress, Aperion, Dual Monsters, Axie again, Cyber Kong. Yeah, see these all are like the little games. Not that there's anything wrong with a chain for the little games. Little games can be fun. Um,
I bet most of them are clickers.
yeah, most of them probably are clickers. I mean, I played Axie a tiny bit back in the day just to try it, but and I mean, it's not the worst game in the world. There's a little bit of strategy to it.
Mhm. Okay.
But yeah, nothing here screams like top tier game. Now, if they really are getting Alluvium, that's interesting. But then again, if you put Splinterlands on this page, would we not be better than a lot of these? I mean, we'd be right up there with these ones, I would think, as far
Okay.
as like what they do. So yeah, I would at least admit there it might go it might not be the worst thing to go there if you're
But
going to be one of the better games on the
I'm
network.
being honest that I know where did you read that Illuvium is moving to Ronin?
I hadn't heard that, so
You've heard that?
Ragnarok. Is Ragnarok on
Because
here?
I don't think them like I think that's not true. I don't know where you heard it from, but I don't think that's true because they're on Immutable X and everything that they do is connected with Immutable X. They're very tightly connected to Immutable X, and I don't think they have any intention of moving anywhere else. So I don't know who told you about Louis moving to Ronin, but I don't think it's true.
Yeah, this looks like it's a crypto version of one of those merge games, right? That's what they're saying. I mean, don't get me wrong, those merge games got pretty popular on phones, so if this is playable on a phone, I could imagine a lot of people would play it. I don't see anything here about the tokenomics. So they have the NFTs, they have leveling them up with Zenny, right? Yeah, you do the merge. This is like similar to these. This game's probably a little bit similar to the one that me and Tails played for a while, and then they broke it. Uh, the
The female named one,
yeah, the Wafu game.
I have played it a while too, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah. I mean, don't. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I haven't heard of it. Yeah, and I understand. You have to remember, we're not in Asia. Okay, I don't know. And 50,000 Asian players. Have you not seen the videos? That video that was on Twitter the other day of two guys with like 1,000 phones on the wall, all plugged into like batteries, and they're all playing Axie and and other
no,
crypto games.
but all, I mean, I don't want to stereotype, but I believe like a solid percentage of those players are playing those games just to extract value out of it. So, I
Well,
mean, how
yeah,
is that?
most of the players are gonna just be playing these to pull value out of them. But a lot, you know what? A lot of Splinterlands players play it just to pull value out of it. So it's a
Oh,
similar,
they do, yeah. Do we want more of that,
I don't know.
or do we want actually people that want to play the game? Like, I don't know.
My point is they don't really have 50 million players, sir. If you think they do, then Splinterlands had millions of players during the last bull run. No, they have bots, or you have people multi-accounting. It's not
Farms.
50 million people. Um, but if
And what is there?
I'll
Like, what
look
is
into Ronin
the
a
whole
little bit
economy?
more. So Axies probably does have a big treasury. They did make a lot of money, so I believe
Yeah,
that.
but because they were there, the right audience, the right time,
One
it
of
was
the
just
things I was going to
perfect
bring
for
up
them. But
today on the last Monster Maverick show, which was obviously a while ago, but I only listened to it today because I've been so darn busy. Vivek, they were Vetvi and Neil were talking about trying to get the DAO to finally start to make some yield with their money, because we're sitting on like $3.6 million worth of assets, and we're sitting on around $1.6 million of those in other cryptos like Ethereum, BTC, and dollars. Of course, we're apparently about to give 500,000 of that money to the DAO, if Matt, I mean to these developers, but to start to earn some yield with those tokens, because you can go to a lot of different places in Web3 and try to make some money with the tokens. And I had thought about this, us just doing the ETH validator, but he was showing there's lots of places you can go and make like 20-30%, if you're willing to pair, two tokens that we have together, like ETH and USDC. So it's kind of it's an interesting statement, but of course they're not willing to do the work and do the proposal. At least Neil wasn't. So,
and yeah, Rooney, I'm doing my own research, and yeah,
oh, he
you
wants
referred,
us to talk about Eternal Tofu, but
yeah,
I got to go find that post. So give me a moment.
uh, about what?
The new summoner, Eternal
Oh, okay.
tofu.
Yeah, yeah. Let's move away from that running axis BS.
Well, we're talking about moving chains. It's packing day.
Well, we're not actually. We're not really. I mean, I haven't seen a proposal to move chains yet, so we're not talking about that.
I got
Just
50,000 DEC guys. Who wants to do a
just
chain?
people stuck.
Hey
People
Rooney, I'll
stuck
go
with
half
big
and half with you
bags.
if you want to do a proposal to move to Ronin chain. Okay, I'll give you 50. I'll pay 50,000 DEC. You cover the other half, and you could do the proposal. We'll see if it works.
Sure.
It'd be funny if it just passed overwhelmingly. We're going to
Um,
Ronin chain, guys. Okay, where
well, I mean,
here's the
if
back.
we go, we go. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I just don't think
So
that.
is this the Eternal Tofu? Whose is this?
Yeah,
Is this is
I'm
it
kind
is
of.
it is it is it Bizen? It's not Bizen Kitties, right?
Well,
He doesn't.
hopefully not. But I mean,
So
unless this was covered up with another accounts
am
because
I?
they won't let
Wow,
him
that's
anyway.
interesting. You get to give this to three people.
Yeah, but I
So
mean,
it's 3-1 instead of 2-2. Giving a
or
triage to
well,
any
one.
monster is pretty cool. I'm gonna admit that. So this is life
But it's not only triage.
green. I know, and scavenge.
I mean that makes a lot of difference.
It does for itself while it's in the back row. Yeah, but it could
I
heal
mean,
itself a lot if
think
it needs to.
yeah, think the this the Earth
Is
one.
our? I mean, this screams is our Dex, right? But she's not immune in the back row. That's the being able
Yeah,
to give
yeah,
her immunity would be wild. But
yeah. Well, but I mean, still,
and
if
is
you
this
have the doctor,
this is divine shield, right? Yeah, 3 divine shields.
I
Interesting.
don't think that's being used as much, to be honest. I don't
I
know.
mean, it's an interesting summoner. It might be a little bit niche. I don't see it being very good. I mean, I have to
Well,
admit, I don't use cryptic very much.
it's definitely a flyer,
Let's
like
let me
earthquake rule set
shrink this.
summoner.
Yeah, it's definitely a flying rule set summoner because then you can take away flying from everybody.
And then you have,
And you can give your guys divine shields even if you have non-flyers, so the earthquake doesn't hurt them as much.
more
It's
triage
also
and
got it's
scavenge.
also definitely an interesting summoner for the Iziar back row triage play because you're giving her extra HP. You can give Iziar triage herself, so she keeps triaging herself, and scavenge so that her HP just keeps getting higher and higher and higher and higher. You combine that with inevitable. You got double triage with and then you have that little 2-drop that has a triage. So you got triple triage on your Iziar. They're
Oh,
never gonna kill her, she's not immune. So a Doctor Blight
or
could just
here's
ruin your
yeah,
day.
but yeah, here's fine thought. Is there any cleans on life team?
Yeah, yeah. Overall, I would say I'm not super impressed with this because it is it better than
Yes, I have
self
to respect
healing for. I mean,
myself.
I have to admit, 2 HP though is interesting. Um, yeah, Rudy, that's okay. You don't have to have a lot of SPS. All you have to do is pay the. See, that's the thing. You can make a proposal saying that, hey, if the Hive team doesn't fund us, I think we should talk to the Rune and blockchain about moving there. I'm proposing that our DAO manager go talk to them. We have a DAO manager now, and that they be the top chain. And you throw some DEC and it gets burned, and boom, you're off to the races. It would throw it out there for people's minds. So the hippo has cleanse.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, so
but
yeah.
the
So
hippo has
I
cleanse. But can it cleanse a back row monster? How does that
no, but
work?
then that's why probably now you start seeing the slime in front, not in the back.
But then
Then what?
wait.
It still has force field. it has magic attack, so it can attack from first position. It has more health now, and then it also
Oh, so you're
with every,
saying put her in the front row with like
yeah,
healers in the back and a cleanse,
yeah.
and then you use the divine shields instead of using the triage scavenger.
No, you still use the triage scavenger on it, so it can still
So you
support the
Izar,
macro.
she gets extra HP. You give her scavenge. You give her the hippo cleanse in the background. You throw up some healers behind. She taunts
Well,
everything at her in the front.
I
It's
was more talking
interesting.
about the Earth one, but okay, sure, Iziar is a good example too.
Oh, you want
Iziar
to
doesn't have,
do you want to do slip slump on?
yeah, because Iziar doesn't have a force field.
Okay, so you're gonna go force field, not
My
divine
Celic,
shield.
yeah, my Celic
And
slips.
then you're gonna give her triage and scavenge, and then that way she can heal the back row. But what? Well, why does a taunt monster need triage if it's not in the back row though? It's gonna be pulling everything at
Oh,
itself.
well, what I'm saying is, it's just another way to use it. I mean, it both Earth, Earth and Life, they both have, well, I think, enough healers. And the force fields make it so, like, make it harder to kill. I'm saying, and it will be now with additional 2 HP, and with the triage, every death will increase it even more. I'm just
I
saying.
mean, the one interesting thing is green white is an interesting combo. So
Oh,
it might
you
get
do have.
some. You might be able to make some interesting teams.
Yeah, it's
Um,
underwhelming. I'm not saying that it's like something impressive. I mean, I think the squirrel is way more useful,
but
but
yeah, yeah.
I don't like
I
the
would.
cards. I don't. It's funny. It's, I don't know. It's child. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I don't love that we got another kitty card. I didn't realize Byzantine was up in the top, but I think I forgot that he was.
He
So we
was.
got another cat.
Oh, that's his
It's
bullshit.
got to be him. Who else would design this? It's three cats.
Maybe he
Is it,
paid somebody.
well, it's either Byzantine did it or he bought it off someone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Probably he paid
Yeah.
somebody because they said that they won't allow
Oh,
him
it's
to.
Brave Tofu's. Is he trying to one up Byzantine in cuteness? I mean, what is this?
Eternal to full. Makes sense.
Huh. Oh yeah, duh. Eternal Tofu. Come on, Brave. I can't believe you did that. What is this card? Didn't you see the cards earlier? We want this. Or this. Demons. Guys with armor. Not three cats. What is this supposed to be? Is that the cube from the MCU? The Treasurac thing?
I don't know.
Oh man. There's three kitties there too. A little tiny one right here, and then a fat one right here, and then a huge one right here.
But yeah, they started good with the airdrop summoners, and then it's getting downhill. Like, oh, just personal opinion.
Okay, maybe I'll read the lore and figure out how this all led to a cat. I want to see.
Or let me know when you're ready. I mean, TLDR though. I don't want the long
Yeah,
version.
I mean the artwork for is better than that artwork, but all the artwork is better than the old artwork. That's normal. The artwork should get better. But I don't know. It looks goofy to me.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm honest. But I mean, it is what it is. I didn't like Lily neither, but I'm using it. So
Which one?
Lily?
Oh yeah, Lily. Yeah, I use Lily a decent amount. You know, I don't use Cryptic very much. Does anyone use Cryptic a lot?
Oh yeah. I started using it. I know my friend Bebeomega in the chat. He's using a lot of cryptic. But yeah, he's amazing with channels
I use
and
Lorcus a
speed.
ton.
Well,
'Cause-
yeah, but Locus is weak both to the Earth, the Fire 6 mana. What was his name? The one with the speed plus 2 speed.
Yasik.
Yasek. Yeah, he's very
Yeah.
vulnerable to Yasek and also especially to Immortals.
Rudy said he thought Matt said no more of these cute cat cards. Yeah, yeah. Well,
Well, apparently that's not true. Yeah, they said that. That's why I'm saying like
apparently,
probably he's
hey, if you buy top packs and you want to design a card, I guess they still let you do cute. Yeah.
well. Nate promised there'll be some restrictions to what extent they can go to, but I guess
I
yeah, I'm
need you
not
to I
feeling.
need you to send me some tips on cryptic because when I
I
use him
want
I
to
just
hear.
get smoked. So
I want to hear from Brave Tofu that that was his idea. I still think that the piece is behind it.
yeah.
He probably said like I'll pay you like whatever we agree to some amount. I'll pay you. You keep you choose the name. I choose how it looks. Yes, Bebe,
I mean,
Jesse.
it does. It's interesting because he would like he put his name on it though, right? Brave Tofu, Eternal
Oh, but that's what I'm
Tofu.
saying. Maybe Biz bought
So
some
would you
stake.
really would you really
Buy it.
sell it to Biz and let him design a cat? I mean, maybe Brave Tofu is a cat person too. I just didn't know. I mean, I know his icon's kind of a cat, the one he does on
Okay.
Twitter and
Okay.
stuff,
I was just like,
right?
okay. Anyways,
It is, isn't it? Oops, that's Twitch. That's not Twitter.
I just like I don't think it fits with the lore like at all. So I don't know. It is what it is.
Brave. Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess he's a cat person too.
Oh well, okay.
So.
I guess he's the next that they'll forbid to make a summoner.
Oh, Tofu is Brave's cat. That's funny. Brave. He's been going wild too lately.
Yeah, probably next one will be Jeff.
Well, the next one is
Jeff
AJ's,
Jeff up on
right?
Jeff up on scars because Mayo, Mayo, probably
Oh, I got you.
probably we'll see Mayo in the game too.
Brave's a good follow.
Oh, we're not hating KQ forever. We're not hating on the cats. We just don't think that fits
Oh, they
the.
just look out of place.
I mean, have you
You know?
seen? I guess now the squirrel. I mean, but have you seen like dogs in the game? Or like it's not hate. It's just okay. I guess there are rats. So
Yeah, I mean, like, I mean, look at these things. I mean, just they're monsters. They're not going to lose to a cat. I mean, you're telling me a cat's going to take out this guy? It just gets silly on the
I mean, I
on
know I don't
the.
understand why people need to bring their pets into the game, but I mean, it is what it is.
Okay, I'll listen to it. I usually do listen to their podcast. I just haven't had that much time. Like I said, I just barely watched the Monster Maverick show from like almost a week ago.
Whatever, that's
Oh
what skins
well,
are for. But they said,
I am allergic to cats, so maybe that's part of why I don't appreciate
"Oh
it.
no, I
I'm
like
I'm
cats. It's
just
just I
I'm
don't
just
think that
saying when you go through the summoners, if you every time you find the one that doesn't belong,
it's a
it,
cat."
it it's the cats or the pandas.
Oh, I mean,
'Cause-
yeah, it was just because they didn't let him. I mean, they also like almost look like cats, anyways.
There's my Byzantine. They say I should have sold you. They say I should have sold you, but I still have you forever.
And Paul is saying that what skins are for. First of all, we don't have the skin set, and second of all, they were pretty clear that the skins will change, uh, like coloring and like stuff, but they won't change the base art. So
Oh
you
yeah, look,
still it will still be
it's
a cat.
it's the llama.
Okay, well, but still,
He's at least a magical llama.
yeah,
At least
yeah.
here,
No, it's just
at least Biz and Kitty was a flying cat,
I don't know. It
right?
was like I got used like the Lorcus art was amazing, and then cryptic art was very good as well. And now we're getting into
It
critter. I
seems like
mean,
the
into
cats got downgraded. Why are they squirrels? They look like cats to me. Oh,
no,
Darth
the
Squirrel's
one that's
coming.
coming is
Gotcha.
coming in 2 days. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it get to animals on like squirrels
I
now,
don't know.
cats.
You don't ever. I don't know anybody that's got a pet squirrel. So.
Well, they're everywhere in SoCal, man.
Oh,
Everywhere
Immortalis
you
has a
go.
couple dogs. I might have missed him because he's just so. Oh yeah, he does have a dog.
Whoa, have, but it's
But
not.
see, yeah, the summoner isn't the dog though. Wow, he's only 40 cents.
Huh,
Oh, for rent. For rent. Okay, that makes more
huh,
sense. I was like,
huh.
what? I was like, what did I click on?
Yeah.
Oh, his dog didn't. Oh yeah, it did. This was when they were doing that stupid green box crap.
Well,
They should
but
go
I mean, yeah,
change this.
it's not a dog. It has a dog, but I mean, there is no problem that someone are having cats, like a witch with a
Yeah.
cat or something like that. But I mean, just a cat, it's kind of like okay. Anyways, see, I mean, yeah, awesome. I love the way Cryptic looks.
Yeah. I don't like the cat,
And, and
but
Lorcus was also pretty good looking.
hey guys,
Card.
we made it to 10 o'clock. I think it's time for us to wrap up. You want to say anything to the people before we go?
Yeah, I mean, thanks guys for being here. I know, like with some of you, we disagreed on stuff. I won't mention names, but yeah, I'm just sharing my opinion, and I will keep on sharing my opinion. So,
I haven't
thank
met Bulldog in
you.
person, Rooney. So I don't. I've never seen his pet squirrel. I might have met him at Splinterfest. I take that
Of
back.
course, you
But
met Bulldog in
yes,
person, man. He
I
was
met him in
giving
person,
away
but
the.
not at his house where his pet would be. He didn't bring the squirrel. Like as soon as I said that, I was like, no wait, I did meet him.
Oh, you did meet a squirrel kind of on Printerfest. Well, it was a chipmunk, but still, I mean, same family.
Okay. Wow. Best one is Possiblest. You think this is
I
the
don't know
best one?
about best, but there are a lot of cool summoners. I mean, cool looking summoners, and that I was saying just that's
Oh
not
wow,
one of.
you know what? I don't think I've ever looked at this picture. I didn't know Possibilist had wings. The wings don't seem to make a lot of sense, but I guess they're fins, maybe.
Well, I don't know. I mean, but yeah, it's just some things you generically like, and some things that just like they throw you off, and yeah. Well, again, I'm
That
sure
is
no
cooler than
matter
I
how,
thought it was.
yeah,
Is
no
he a
matter how
butterfly?
much,
You're saying
but I'm
it's possible it's a butterfly?
dragon butterfly,
That's funny.
but
Yeah,
he's
that.
white.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. It was fun. You know, a lot of people are going to tell you this game is dead. It's on a dead chain. Everything is dead. Well, at the same time, everything is cheap. So if you think differently, things are
And
cheap.
I want to add to that that everybody was saying that the game is dead 4 years ago as well, or 3 years ago, was it? And a lot of people left and then they were kicking themselves. So, I mean, not a financial advice, you do you, but uh, a lot of things in crypto repeat on cycles. So, I don't know, maybe it's not a good time to live right now, right with the bull around the corner. But again, you do you, and not a financial advice. Thanks, guys, and see ya.
Bye, guys. All right. Oh, Brazen Blake showed up for and gave us a